Illinois' Joint Commission on Ethics and Lobbying Reform discussed ideas to change the current state officials and Employee Ethics Act today. This hearing came after another week of reports on sexual misconduct by a former state lawmaker. WGEM's Capitol Bureau Chief Mike Militich has the details.
We cannot allow this disturbing trend to continue. Though we've already taken some steps to improve the situation, we can and must do more on behalf of the people of this great state because they expect and deserve our very best.
The discussion Thursday covered ethics for officials and state employees, even addressing situations where an inspector general is investigating wrongdoing for something the state has never put into policy.
If we wait till something is spelled out in a policy or a law to say it's wrongdoing, when everybody can look at it and say this is wrongdoing, that to me is not right.
Commission members also learned the Office of the Attorney General doesn't have the ability to investigate public corruption. Legal counsel Caitlin McEllis says their office doesn't have primary jurisdiction over that issue, but some commission members think that's a problem.
It seems that most people think that should be the jurisdiction of the Attorney General, is to sort of nip this in the bud before it literally becomes a federal case, and yet we don't see that. The only time we see action taken is by federal authorities.
The commission also heard proposals from the current and former legislative inspectors general. Julie Porter served in that role from 2017 to 2019 after that position sat vacant for 3 years. She says the Legislative Ethics Commission can't be trusted as some of her most important investigations never saw the light of day. Porter told the Chicago Sun-Times legislators on that commission hid an investigation into another sitting lawmaker from the public. She says they should have never had the ability to kill investigations of serious wrongdoing.
That's something that I concluded was within the jurisdiction of the Legislative Inspector General, and that I used the time and resources to investigate and took seriously enough to determine that wrongdoing had occurred, and I wrote a founded summary report.
Porter says the current conflict of interest laws for public officials are too weak. She adds all lawmakers should be required to publicly disclose their conflicts of interest. In Springfield, I'm Mike Militich.
All of the legislative inspectors general agreed a citizen should be added to the Legislative Ethics Commission, as 8 lawmakers can't make decisions about their colleagues without bias. The Joint Commission on Ethics and Lobbying Reform still has several meetings left before their recommendations for the General Assembly are due March 31st.